Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel today. I have a Starseed energy update and I gotta get pumped up to talk about this message because it is so much, so hang in there with me. I hope everyone is well. Assalam Shalom, Sat Nam, may natural peace be with you. From my heart to yours, thank you for watching. And as always, subscribe, like, and share this video. So today, we are about a week and a half into the 10th lunar tone in the Mayan calendar, the moon cycle of manifestation. We have the full moon in Libra on the 19th of April, and we are currently going through Andromeda alignments through the first week of May. As we get closer to June, the Earth begins gold wave radial stellar infusions because we'll be halfway into Sirian activations. And the violet infusions, so if anyone's seen my Andromedan Ascension Code video, that's about when I started to pick up on the violet flame and wave infusions from Andromeda, and those will be coming into completion. Each gateway, each Stargate we approach, brings new light, sound, and quantum elemental frequency and activations and infusions of cosmic intelligence through Earth's morphogenetic fields and Earth's gravitational field, and the liquid core from cosmic solar-LUNAR charged particles. Andromeda stellar alignments are about freedom, as the mythology expression of Andromeda is about liberation from one's chains. As a collective and a council, we align more to the Mayan moon of manifestation through higher density wave infusions of Andromeda freedom and spiral ascension. The infusions are essentially radial light, base tones, and overtones, and according to the Mayan, there are 13 tones of creation, ultimately that we shift through in a 13-day wave spell. I love the Mayan because the calendar system aligns you to the solar and lunar qualities of Earth harmonically and as naturally as possible. It lifts the stress of the Gregorian Julius clockwise geometric calendar. Geometric as in each month is a geometric expansion and reinforcing and stabilizing of 12 dimensions of physical matter. As in, October is an octagon, December is a deca, and so on. It's a calendar system founded on the Metatronic system, which does affect planetary quantum override, which is actually another video in itself. Now, the Mayan winds you up rhythmically, spherically, harmonically, and in alignment to the natural Earth cycles, the original Earth template, which is represented by that number 13. And if you implement this calendar in your life, it becomes a living, breathing system that expands your awareness and your consciousness into the fourth dimensional reality experiences and perceptions of galactic time, which is ultimately aligning you to the natural wave cycles and interdimensional ascension cycles of the subconscious. Because essentially, within each sphere of the mind, such as the conscious, the preconscious, the waking conscious, your orb consciousness, which are interlapping, interweaving morphonic spheres of primal light, sound, and noble elements. Within those spheres, you have different simultaneous ascension cycles within them. The subconscious sphere is interlinked with the hollow mind perceiver or the pineal, the third eye, the pine cone in the center of your head, the place where incarnation emerges and spirit exports, which the pineal operates as an endocrine lunar gravity sensory cell, which means it's codependent on the inner synergistic relationship with the moon. And here is where these multidimensional subconscious ascension functions are being processed, regulated, and encoded. Keep in mind, each one of these subconscious ascension cycles is a simultaneous frequency band and cycle within that standing wave point, which means it is a scalar wave point within an even section within a band of a morphogenetic field. A morphogenetic field is groups of cells that are able to respond to biochemical signals that lead to the development of morphological structures. So everything that I speak of is a hidden process and an underlying quantum mechanic to what we physically see. A morphogenetic field is also, if you will imagine, interdimensional portal mechanics, and is actually a planetary field that was entered into Earth around pre-cataclysm times of Tara. Tara being the 4th through 6th density Earth, which is parallel Earth. It's basically like a giant field of consciousness inside of Earth around the 11th through 14th density. It's called the sphere of Amenti, and I like to use it in meditation through visualization as a gateway and a portal mapping system for interstellar highway travels and transits and accessing the underworld, which is the gateway to the cosmic portal structures. It is through the Kundalini life force that you access this gateway. It is also the planetary noosphere, which is the planetary mental plane, and this is planetary consciousness, which is my thought is your thought. These are our thoughts, and it's planetary telepathy, which is an invisible aspect of you, and everything I speak of is an invisible aspect of you. It is a part of the anti-particle quantum mechanics of you. This is vibrational, energetic, visualization, emotional, cellular memory, and is invisible to the logical human mind. It is felt and it is experienced. It's not seen. This is all intuited. This is not logical. And for the very linear, logical minded, this is pseudoscience, okay? But this right here that we're doing right now, this is all about trusting your inner voice. And as you attune more quantumly within your body to the quantum senses, your own awareness to the planetary bodies and Stargate bodies, elemental bodies, multidimensional subtlety bodies, such as your crystalline body and your astral body and your solar rishi body, within yourself, you begin to align inside with images and direct imprints of maps and visualization of how these energetic systems function and flow and tether inside of you. So, breathing is a subconscious ascension cycle, and it's the first and most immediate cycle. And that's why breath work is one of the most natural techniques that you can use to access the spiritual realm. Digestion. This is why fasting is a gateway to the spiritual realms. Blood circulation and heartbeat cycles and rhythms. And this is how, through these heartbeat cycles, is how we're actually integrating these electromagnetic cosmic particles, and is how we attune to them and bring our body to that resonance, is through these heartbeat rhythms. And this is why Tai Chi and Qigong and Kundalini Yoga is a gateway to the spiritual realms. Sleep cycles, your body's natural circadian rhythm. This is a subconscious ascension cycle. These are all essentially secondary effects of the gravitational field. And within this, there is also aging life cycles, relationship cycles, addiction cycles, karmatic cycles, reproduction and monthly cycles, birth, gestation cycles, incarnation, reincarnation cycles, death, harmonic transformational cycles, because the timeline of your soul and the cycles of the subconscious are essentially seated in the pineal. It's essentially the body's natural clock and compass. These cycles are all forms of expanding and contracting God geometrics. All of these cycles are ascending and descending, rising and falling on a frequency scale within a morphogenetic field on a wave-like consistent pattern, which is the human body's reaction to the tidal force of the moon, as this apparent force is stretching us towards and away from the center of Earth through spherical, multidimensional wave patterns. So some of you might know the moon wobbles within its tidal locked rotation like a ship at sea, and it is creating a tidal force. It's actually called a libration, and it is caused by three mechanics of the moon, which is felt through its longitude, its latitude, and its oscillation. And there's that number 3 again with the moon. Lunar mechanics, magnetics, and cosmic light infusions are felt in 3s. So it's like everything's felt in 3 within sets of 3. And there are 3 gestalts of primal light infusions. So you have absorption, which is heat. You have transmission, which is reflecting back through. And you have reflection, which is when it bounces back and then it comes back. And I have so much about these triple lunar wave infusions that I've been wanting to share with you. I've been just really pumped up about these perceptions that I've been having because they've been coming to me within my lucid dream realms. And I've been seeing these plasma radial waves. And I received this message last night as I went into almost like a moon trance. And this is another thing that's been happening to me as well, is like as we shift through these moon cycles, and especially as we get closer to the new moon, I almost feel like I'm becoming possessed by the moon. I literally feel like I'm channeling the moon predominantly over anything else lately anymore. And I just started, channeling this direct transmission from the moon. I kind of just let myself go into it for a while and just went mindless and allowed myself to channel this language of the moon, which was like sensual, hypnotic, prehistoric, ancient, futuristic, but yet it had mysteriousness and almost like a darkness to the light language. It was almost like I was pulling the energy up through the portals and the gateways of the underworld. And I was shown a vision of the 3 primal light waves of the highest order. So in the angelic realm, this would be the spectrum of the luminous harmonics and vibrations of the seraphim. And this would also be the first source light manifestations of consciousness. So the blue flame, the emerald flame, the gold flame, and the amethyst flame. And the divine was showing me 3 triple plasma electromagnetic radial wave infusions from the relationship with the moon, and how all cosmic particae and antiparticae light waves essentially rhythmically travel through the photonic sheath and tubing of the Earth's magnetic field due to the tidal forces of the moon, and how these tidal forces are the predominant forces for all cosmic radial light absorption, reflection, and transmission. And I essentially seen the multi-dimensional ascension cycles within the multiple ascension cycles. And I seen it as a symbol that I'm going to actually show you guys here. So I seen this symbol.